James has one portfolio project in his portfolio, one project, and he's getting callbacks, interviews, coding challenges thrown his way. I wish I was hiring right now. I would call this guy in for an interview because of this project.
Hello?
Hi developers, it's RealToughCandy back online with you guys today. We are looking at James's portfolio. As I freaked out in the intro, this guy has one portfolio project. We're going to look at it and see what his secret is, see where the magic's at. We're also going to review his portfolio to see what he can be doing better. Now, of course, I've already seen this portfolio and this portfolio project, so I'll give you a few seconds here so you can preview what this thing looks like, and then we'll get into it. And that's it. This portfolio is very minimal. There's no header. There's hardly a footer. There's two socials down here. I love the minimalism because it's leading to what people are here for. We're not here for 7 little items up here. We want to see, that is, employers, people who are working on behalf of employers want to see what this developer is capable of, and he quickly introduces himself and gets into the protein. So it says, full stack developer, bringing ideas to life and loving it. When I first saw this landing page, this little splash page, I said, this guy has an enthusiasm. I'm already liking it. He has a photo here, and then he goes into his introduction. Hi, I'm James. How's it going? Reaching out to the reader and being assertive. I like this. I'm looking for a team that allows me to perpetually get outside my comfort zone. The MERN stack, WordPress, and native Android and Java are where I've spent the bulk of my time learning, but I'm always excited to learn new technologies. Boom! 2 sentences, well, 4 sentences if you count the header, but 2 sentences in the body of what this guy's all about. Now, we'll come back to maybe some ideas for making this even better, for giving it a little bit more curb appeal, as they say in the real estate industry. But for now, let's just go through this component by component. Then he has the portfolio portion. One project. I know I've said it like 8 times already, but this is such a unique approach, and it is working for him. He's doing coding challenges. Employers are calling him back and want to know more about this guy. Let's see what it's all about. Recent work, one project called Acorn. Here's what it says. As one of the best reviewed restaurants in Denver, I knew something had to be done after discovering that Acorn's web app did not reflect the excellence of the food and beverages they serve. The site was transformed from a static web app into a full stack application with a headless WordPress CMS with React on the front end. This allowed the restaurant staff to make changes to the menu and added featured dishes on demand through an easy-to-use interface. Other functionality included the addition of a reservation system added via the OpenTable API, a new hire application submission form, and savings of more than $200 per month to boot.
Oh my God.
James, it's almost like you've been taking my course and watching my other portfolio reviews. This is what we want to read. I cannot say it in any more explicit terms. This is perfect. Almost perfect. We're going to go over a few tiny things, but 95% of this. Okay, this is why. He states the problem right off the bat. Here is the problem he had to solve. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? If you have watched my other review videos, you know where I'm going with this, right? The PAR method. Problem, action, result. What was the problem? Acorn's web app did not reflect the excellence of the food and beverages they serve. So James used his critical thinking skills to identify a real world problem. Not a theoretical one, a real one. What was his action? What did he do to solve the problem? He got to work. He transformed the static web app into a full stack application using all these technologies, okay? As an employer, I want to know more. I'm compelled to read this entire thing. Now, what was the result of his action? His result allowed the restaurant staff to make changes to the menu and add featured dishes on demand. Also, he added more functionality and he saved them $200. Look at this metric. This is incredible. This is exactly why employers are calling this guy back. It's not because of his contact form. It's because of the way he packaged his product. As I've mentioned in other videos like this, these portfolios, they're just marketing pages. That's all they are. And marketing 101 is that packaging sells the product. This could be a polished turd, but if you market it correctly in this little section right here in the par area, in the narrative, you're still going to get callbacks because it's all about the packaging selling this site. Now, the one critique I will say is to maybe separate this into 3 different segments, just to make it a little bit more readable. But I mean, that's something small. We're just looking at small things at this point. Let's check out the site. We have the menu that he mentioned in his narrative that the workers, the employees are able to change. So that is cool that they are able to actually use this instead of just being him, you know, the great and all powerful, that he actually has shown these people, presumably, how to use this thing. So the seasonal dishes right here. Page can't load Google Maps correctly. Okay, that might need to be fixed. I'm on Chrome. I think I was looking at it on Safari too, and it wasn't loading in Safari either. So I think it's a browser-wide problem. Let's see how we're looking with mobile. Okay, cool. The aspect ratio, I think on some of these photos, may be a little off. He also added that reservation function. So here's that reservation through the Open API or Open Table API. And I can sign up to dine with Acorn in Denver, Colorado tonight. I could go for that 24-ounce bone-in dry-aged ribeye. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, heirloom blue cornbread? Yum. This place looks awesome. Have you eaten here, James? Okay, what's going on with this? Okay, looks like that photo got stuck. Okay, so this is an issue I'm seeing right here. I'm on Chrome again. This is the full screen experience, and this photo is blocking some of this text here, but as I close it up, is this intentional? I feel like there needs to be a picture or some kind of widget here, or just maybe consolidating this into one small centered block or something. This is just it's a strange layout for the shape. Just didn't look very natural to me. Here we are at the About section, and these photos are one thing I noticed right away, that they're very stretched and very skewed. So you want to find a good aspect ratio so that this guy's face and body looks normal. You can tell it's like really stretched across the page, and this guy a little bit too. It's not as apparent as this guy, but you want to play around with those aspect ratios. And I'm getting some issues here. Your footer is popping up above here. So let me try and close this and see if it fixes it. There we go. There's something about this, but when I go like this is when the problems start right about there. So definitely want to check that out and fix that. Private dining. Also, Netlify is being quite crabby with me when I'm trying to navigate this. Looks like you found a broken link or entered a URL that doesn't exist. I'm trying to go back to the site. Spend some quality time with this project on various browsers. Again, I'm on Chrome, but test it with every browser you can get your hands on, because the enthusiasm I had when I logged on to your landing page is quickly waning when I'm exploring this project. And each little tick, each little thing where the reviewer or the employer is like, ooh, that's standing out. Ooh, the skewed photo. Ooh, the footer is standing out. You want to maintain your potential employer's enthusiasm throughout their exploration of this site. And unfortunately, there are a few small issues that are turning into a bigger issue. And I think it's mostly this resolution of this browser right here, because when I close it up, look at this. Okay, that looks a little better. Look at that. See, that looks a little better. This map is still busted. What about this egg photo up here? Now here's another, spend some quality time at different resolutions with different browsers. That is my absolute number one suggestion right now, because you're on a roll, James. James, you got this. The value you added to this real world institution, there's no wonder why employers are calling you back with one project. Absolutely above anything. Spend some quality time, spend hours and even days. Because this is your only project, it has to be a banger. It has to be 10 out of 10. This is what we're honing in on, and it has to be a banger. That said, let's go to the rest of this site and see what you might be able to do a little bit better. This circle, I like the circles. I think they're a great shape. They're a lot warmer than squares or rectangles, but let's see what you're using for the size here and see if we can get this looking a little more natural. Now it's 400 by 350. Let's go 350 pixels and see. What am I doing wrong? What the heck? Oh, I've said PC, my bad. Let's try this again. 350px. You see how much more natural that looks? It's a natural circle. And as you change screen sizes here, it still looks like a circle. That also, what else do we got here? The contact form, I love that it's right here. James, this is what I just love about this portfolio, is that everything I need is right here. I didn't have to click on anything. The only thing the employer is clicking on the entire time is the link that James includes in his email or resume or whatever. I love it. He's making it easy for me to want to call him back. He is making his sale so much easier for me. So the get in touch box, the input boxes need to be larger. This is not so readable when it's zoomed out. So make that a little bigger, make the font a little bigger. Other than those things, I think this portfolio is awesome. Your strongest thing in this portfolio is your narrative. It shows me so much. It shows me so much of what you did, how you did it, and what the impact was. This narrative is straight to the point, and it gives me all sorts of details and information I need, and it's ramping me up. It's giving me a preview of what I'm about to see. One of the things I dread is clicking on things where I don't know what they are, where they're going to take me. I know exactly what's going to happen when I click on this. I'm going to one of the best reviewed restaurants in Denver with an open table API and a menu with featured dishes. So I'm feeling amped. I want to see where this savings is. I want to see how he saved this company money, and I know that's where I'm going once I click this link. And I even have the benefit of checking out the code if I wanted to. So with those improvements I suggested, James, I think you're going to have even more luck. Thank you so much for sharing this portfolio. Developers, give James some respect in the comment section. It's very, very brave. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there when you know your work needs improvement. This is something I talk exactly about in how to get a job in web development. And for full disclosure, James did tell me he took my course. So that is awesome that you learned the PAR method and implemented it, because it's not just me talking out of my butt, although that would be funny. This is actually something employers want to see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.